This video is the first in a mini series I'm going to record over actual complaints filed in court, and we're going to look at the accessibility issues that are actually being claimed by the most active plaintiffs' law firms. And the reason why I think this is so helpful is because people will realize it will take out some of the ambiguity and it will make this more real. These are the actual accessibility issues that plaintiffs' law firms are identifying and then listing in their complaints. So we're starting off with the a complaint filed by the Mars Khaimov law firm. And Mars is extremely active, and he files complaints in New York. And when we look at his complaint, so I have the complaint pulled up right beside me on the right side of the screen, and it starts off with missing alt text and then missing form field labels. And then there is a list of, I think, 10 different accessibility issues. And the first one is plaintiff was disoriented when the automatic email subscription pop-up window appeared on the web page. So what's interesting about this is getting at a success criterion that is in the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, but it's 3.2.5, but it is for AAA conformance. And if you have followed this litigation, everyone references AA conformance, and it is understood that AAA conformance is difficult to reach. So while yes, having a pop-up come up in the middle of browsing can be disruptive, this has not been something that has been a focus. So it's very interesting because now we're seeing even AAA accessibility issues being introduced. This is one. Email pop-ups, I think, are extremely obnoxious, and I wish it was included in AA conformance. The next issue is skip to content link was not implemented. So this is fairly common. We see this a lot in complaints. The next is the content on the homepage was organized into sections with headings, but they were not correctly marked up and did not programmatically identify sections of the page. So it's slightly, there's a slight misdirection because they mentioned headings, but I think what this is getting at is that there are no landmarks or regions for this homepage. The next issue is the navigation menu had elements with drop-down lists, and they did not announce their state, collapsed, or expanded. And then the next issue is navigation menu did not allow the repeated content to be expanded or collapsed. And when the submenu was collapsed, it was still included in the reading order. So there are several accessibility issues that are actually claimed in litigation. And this complaint was filed in January of 2023. And there are many more issues named. And looking through some of Mars's other complaints filed, there are it appears as if the issues someone is actually going through the website and finding these accessibility issues, and they are specific to the defendant's website. This does not, Mars does not appear to be filing boilerplate templates because these issues are very specific. And if you look through the complaints, they vary. Now, sometimes, yes, there are accessibility issues that are found in other complaints, but it doesn't look like they're being copied and pasted. So, and Mars he might be the most active plaintiff law firm in this space. So I think this is really helpful because now these accessibility issues become more real. Whereas with the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, we look to them for references as a reference as to what accessibility issues we need to be aware of and what considerations we need to incorporate. This is the actual litigation. So this is what a plaintiff's law firm is identifying as accessibility issues that create a barrier to access. So I think this is really helpful. I will include more information in the description below, along with a link that I will have a PDF assembled. But this all leads to why I created the ADA compliance course, because with the ADA compliance course, I identify the most commonly claimed issues in litigation, and I provide step-by-step instructions on how to find those issues, so how to audit for those issues, and then fix those issues, so how to remediate those issues. So the ADA compliance course can significantly reduce your risk of litigation. So today's video was on Mars Khaimov, and I will continue on with a handful of other videos, and we'll go through and we'll look at what are these issues that these most active plaintiffs' law firms are claiming in litigation.